Hey everybody, welcome back to Scatter's Homestead. I'm back. It has been a long time since I have talked with you, and I apologize for that. We had to hit pause for just a couple of months here, but we are back. And what I want to do right now is I want to take you back to let you see everything that we were doing this fall. So today is going to be a bit of a catch-up day. And I think I'm gonna have to do a couple of them because there's some pretty interesting videos that we never ended up showing you. And we have some new additions to the farm, those kinds of things. We wanna let you guys see what we did now in fall. So I hope you can enjoy this video that we have here for you. I took a couple of them. Today's gonna be multiple days sharing with you what we did at the beginning of October. And then I'm going to be releasing another video shortly that you will be able to see kind of the steps that we've taken this fall. And then once those videos are done, then we are going to let you guys know what's coming for 2024.
Come on, Alfie. Come on, buddy. Your girlfriends are over here. Come on, Alfie.
Okie dokie. It is time to get to work. We had frost in the area last night, and we have to pick a lot of vegetables today. It is freezing cold. It is only a high of 4 degrees right now. I have a ton of layers on, and you should be surprised that I'm not wearing a toque. It is so cold, but I do have my gloves in my roux. So let's go pick. We have tomatoes, we have peppers, I'm gonna keep the root vegetables as long as possible, but we're just gonna go through and see what needs to get off the plant so that we can actually save the stuff so that I can can it in the future and get it all ready to go. So let's go out there. So these right here, typical green pepper. I am picking all of them. So I've got some that are smaller size, and then I've got some of the larger ones. So I don't know if you can see this, but this plant is just covered in peppers. So we have 1, let's see, 2, 3, 4. They're not huge. 5, that's a bigger size. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, You got 10, 11, 12. We're not done yet. 13, 14. That was 14 peppers off of one plant alone. That's intense.
So how'd it go?
How did it go? Well, cold. That's all I can think about right now. I ended up picking some of the onions. The average size is only like that. It's not that great. But I still have more to pick. You can see them right down there. There's not very much going on. And we ended up picking spaghetti squash. All the peppers are picked. So I have the celery here that needs to be picked as well. But then other than that, needs watch out. Other than that, we have like tomatoes, and then the rest is all root vegetables. So spaghetti squash is out. So I'm happy with picking what we picked. I don't need to worry nearly as much about frost. So I'm thankful for that. But now I need to go in and make a salad because it's Thanksgiving weekend and we're getting together with family. And I'm making a garden salad. So happy for all this kale. It just loves this weather. So we are eating kale today. Hey everybody, welcome back to Scatter's Homestead. I am back in the kitchen. We have been fighting to get everything in from the garden. So we had frost at the beginning of this week. That was probably about 3 days ago. We hit -4 during the night. So we woke up to a white garden. Thankfully, you know, I was able to work the day before. It was a long weekend. I was able to work in the garden and I had some friends over. They were helping me take all of the last stuff out of the garden. So here I am processing everything that I have picked. So you saw I was picking peppers earlier. We ended up picking more tomatoes. We ended up picking all the carrots, all the beets, and I am slowly processing that as time goes on. So this week we have been in the kitchen. We have been working on jalapenos. They are all canned, processed. We still have tomatoes going. I feel like every week I'm probably doing another 6 to 10 jars of tomato sauce. Right now I have beets going, so I'm just putting them into a water bath so that they can seal. Everything has sealed up until this point. Very thankful for that. This is what I have yet to do. We have peppers. This whole entire tray right here, this is all peppers. Then we have tomatoes in the bottom too. And what I need to do, I'm basically going in there and you can see there's a few that are blushing already. There's one there. I can see one there in the corner. Those all need to come out. So I'm just sorting through them constantly throughout the week and I'm pulling them out. I'm cooking them up and I'm making them into sauce. So I'm gonna have a lot of sauce. I'm probably gonna have double the amount of sauce as what I did last year. That was my goal because we did run out in spring and I definitely wanted more. So that's good. I'm planning not to freeze any this year. I want to try and get it all into jars ahead of time so that I won't have to go out and do the whole process of blending it up, cooking it up, thawing it, all that kind of stuff. I don't want to do it. So I'm going to try and get all the work done now while I can. Another thing that I've been doing, I kind of went away from it in summertime, and that was my sourdough. I actually ended up killing my sourdough starter because I was trying to use different grains and I was trying to experiment to see what I could do. I don't really, my body does not love gluten. I swell up a lot from gluten. So I've been trying different ways of making it work. Here's my sourdough. This guy's happy. And unfortunately, that makes me happy, and I just can't let it rest. I have to do something with it at all times. But I do love the fact that I can put things in the refrigerator and I can get things kind of started, stretch it out, do all the work, and then put it in the refrigerator and wait till I actually have time to bake it. So I've done that a couple of times, and I have to tell you, it produces much better sourdough every single time. So today I have, under here, I have little loaves growing. It's a pretty simple system that I have going. I end up making the sourdough, stretching it all out, and then I just roll it gently just so that it has some kind of height to it, and then I bake it. And this is what it ends up looking like. This stuff is amazing. So that's gonna be my dinner today with some cheese, and I shouldn't be eating that. I should probably be eating some lettuce or something like that, but I'm serious. This sourdough starter is just the bomb. It is happy, so I'm cooking or I'm baking a lot. So these are gonna be going into the oven about half an hour. I'm just letting them rise on the pans, and then they'll be going in. So we're gonna wait for this to get into a nice boil. It's almost there. And then that stuff is going to be good to go. It will be sealed. I can pull it out of the bath and just let it cool. And I think that's all I'm gonna end up doing today. There is a chance I might get into the peppers because they're staring at me. And then I can decide what I'm gonna do with that. Originally, I was just gonna freeze everything like it did last year. Some of it ended up getting bitter, and I don't really want it to get bitter again. I want it useful. So I'm debating. I do have a dehydrator. Maybe I'll dehydrate a bunch. Almost seems like the best option because I don't have a dehydrator running right now. We'll see. Probably get into that at the end of this video. Okay, so I wanted to show you what I ended up doing with the peppers. You saw all the things that I was doing in the kitchen. I did end up dehydrating the peppers. So you saw the basket, the tray that I had that was filled with peppers, and I'm gonna show you what I ended up doing. Dehydration, this is jar 1. This is a smaller jar. And then we only have one more jar. It's incredible what dehydrating does. This is the next jar. So we only had these 2 jars out of all of the jars, or all of the peppers in the tray. And it was wonderful because now I can just put those in my pantry. I'm still waiting. We are going to be building that shelving. I think I shared that with you eventually, where you see the mirror back there. We're going to put shelving, and I'll be able to put all of my dried goods in there, put them all in jars, and it will be beautiful. But you just have to look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It really is. It's beautiful to see all those different colors in there. So what I've been doing with the peppers, when you have them in a dehydrated form like this, it's actually quite easy. You can put them into casseroles, you can put them into soups, and I have even gone out, I've ventured out, and I've put them in on tacos, on nachos, I should say, on nachos. Nachos is a treat for Sheldon and I. We usually will have nachos on a Sunday evening. And so we, what I'll do is I'll put this in with onions, I'll fry them up, and then I'll just put that over the chips, and then spread cheese on there. And we often add a meat or something like that. Pineapples, so good. Adding pineapples to your nachos, this is like totally off topic, but adding pineapples to your nachos is just a game changer. It's wonderful. So we have done that as well. It's really awesome because the peppers, they will hydrate a little bit more, but they have an extra texture to them, which is wonderful. It's a little chewier. It has the same ideas like sun-dried tomatoes, if you can imagine that.
So yeah, so that is stuff that I've done with the peppers. And so if you're ever looking at trying to really kind of cut back on volume, dehydrating is the best way to go. I also had said in the video that I didn't want to freeze tomatoes this year. So I was just constantly cooking tomatoes, putting them into tomato sauce as I was picking the tomatoes. And I did it. I totally did it. It took weeks, but I ended up being able to cook down the tomatoes, make them into tomato sauce, and my pantry is full. I love it. Just absolutely love it. So that's all I'm going to share with you for today. Thank you once again for joining us today. And as always, I want you to remember you might have some limitations, but that does not mean you're limited. Have a great day.